Oftentimes we get people, and by the way, this tip works for everybody, but let me just call these the fence people. And here's what I mean by fence people. I don't mean people coming into your property and being like, hey, do you guys have fences? Because I have a wolf, Rottweiler, pit bull hybrid, and if you don't have a 20-foot fence, Fluffy is going to jump over it and eat another small child. I don't mean that in terms of fence. I mean, oftentimes we get people coming to our community and they're on the fence. They're on the fence of, should I continue living where I'm at right now? Should I look for other places, or should I move here, right? We hear that all the time. Well, I'm not even sure, Kurt, if I want to move, right? Kurt, have you heard that before? I just wanted to look around and see what's out there. I'm not even sure. You've heard that, correct?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, hear it all the time, okay? Oftentimes, and usually, first of all, and I'm not saying anything bad about our prospects, okay? But this is Matt Easton, this is Leasing University. I want to be crystal clear with you. That person, I don't want to say they're lying to you, but they're not being fully transparent and honest. And here's what I mean by that. Moving is the most scary life event by survey, okay? Moving is stressful. Moving's not fun. Nobody likes moving, okay? Nobody in the world is like, man, Kurt is not like, I love where I live. This is great. All of my friends live here. I got a job promotion because I lived here, because the CEO of the company, I saw him in the parking lot and he gave me $725,000 a year. Not only is this the best place to live, I'm now a multimillionaire by living here. I love this place. Oh, lease is coming due. I think I'll go call some other apartment communities. Anybody who somewhat enjoys where they're living is going to continue to live there. There's a reason why they called you. Okay, there is some discomfort with where they're at right now, or they need to change something like their drive, like what they're paying in rent, whatever it is. Just know this, even though it appears they're wasting your time, nobody is actually wasting your time. There's a reason why they called you, okay? But sometimes, as Kurt just brought up, we hear this, you know, I just really needed to think about it. I'm not sure if I want to move or not. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to help them mentally frame this decision. And it's very easy for people to decide, because that's our goal here. Not even to get them to live with us. Our goal is to get them to make a decision. Because the worst thing that can happen is them not to decide to do anything, because they're going to call us back in the 11th hour. We're not going to have the place available, or they're going to re-sign their lease and they're going to hate it. Like, if the chips just fall where they should, we're going to get most of these people living with us, because we were trained on Leasing University and we're super helpful and super skillful and we're great people, and our people are one of the biggest reasons why people move, okay? But with those people that are mentally locked up, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, I need to think about it, I want you to frame their decision into 3 options. 1, 2, 3 options, okay? When we communicate to people what they need to do in terms of the number 3, it makes it very easy for them to make a decision. Easier than if there was only 2 choices. If there's only 2 choices, we tend to waffle back and forth. And if there's more than 3, paralysis by analysis. So here's what I want, Adi, Kurt, Raven, whoever it is, what I want you to say when somebody goes, well, I'm not even sure if I want to move. Agree with them. Got it. Makes perfect sense, Tom. You know, the way I see it, you've got 3 options. You could continue to live where you're at right now. It seems like you're not totally thrilled with it. You had mentioned that the kitchen, I think the way you described it, is a total disaster. You could continue to look around. Of course, there's plenty of choices, especially you go on sites like apartments.com. What most people find out, though, is once they get to those communities, just because there's a green triangle on apartments.com doesn't mean they have anything available. Or you could give living here a try. You had mentioned what was most important to you is that kitchen and the view. We've got the balcony. We've got the corner kitchen for you. I believe you had said we're actually even a mile closer to work. Does it make sense to sign the lease agreement and come live here with us? Right? When I walk you through mentally what this decision is, in terms of 3. You could continue to stay, because by the way, these are everybody's options. Everybody only has 3 options. They could continue to do what they're doing right now. Live in the place where they're living right now. Live in their parents' basement. Live in a van down by the river. And by the way, when somebody says, oh, well, you know, I'm living with my parents right now, I don't need to make a decision. Got it. It makes perfect sense. The way I see it, you got 3 options. You can continue to be in mom and dad's basement, have no privacy, and have them all up in your business every single day. You could continue to set up tours, call apartment communities, find out how expensive everything is and nothing's available, and to be honest, it's exhausting. Or, you know what? You could give this 1-bedroom a try. You had mentioned, and then this is where you have to go back to your leasing university, bring up the things that they said were most important to them. Them waiting and thinking about it is not good for them. Okay, there's like 824 decisions that you need to make when you move. Literally, there's like 824 decisions that you need to make when you're moving. 823 of the 824 are made after you decide where you're going to live. Because until I know what I'm doing, where I'm going to live, and what date I'm going to move in, I can't figure out, should I bring my waterbed or not bring my waterbed? Whose truck am I going to borrow to move my stuff? Am I going to hire a moving company? Am I going to pay for Wi-Fi or not pay for Wi-Fi? Do they have Wi-Fi? Right? Do I get a membership at a gym or use the fitness center at that community? Should I sell my car and just walk to work? If I live close enough to work, I could do that. If I don't, I need a car. Look at all the stuff you can unburden them with if you just get them to make a decision. And a great way to get somebody to decide is you've got 3 options. You could continue doing what you're doing right now, sharing the basement with your creepy Uncle Ken. You could look around and do a never-ending string of tours only to find that there's very little inventory in the city. Or we could lock in this 1-bedroom, which you said was most important to you was the view. We've got the beautiful view of the open space, and you've got the parking lot right there for your car. Does it make sense to move forward and go sign the lease? The way people rent apartments has changed. Today's renter has access to more information. Today's renter has more choices. The apartment industry needs you. Studies have shown that moving is the most stressful life event. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of leasing apartments in a way that's meaningful to you and your renters and get you 7 times more leases. I'll show you how the perfect leasing process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from answering the phone to closing the lease. I'm gonna show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so that you can build value in your apartments. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm gonna show you how to connect with your renter so it's easy for them to rent with you. I've taught the best property management companies and thousands of people just like you how to lease apartments. Property management is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm gonna show you how to be number 1. All of a sudden, your career, it's gonna make perfect sense, even if you've never worked in sales or property management before. And for the advanced property manager, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Leasing University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective. We're gonna help you become a rock star in property management. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Leasing University.